Hey guys, good morning. How are you guys doing today? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Please don't go away without subscribing to my channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I am so grateful. Today we are going to divide our gist into two. We are going to be Lana, please, can you stop noise? I want to talk to our lovely viewers, okay? Be quiet. So, we are going to divide today's gist into two, where we are going to start from Niger, move to the US, and then move back to Niger. So, you see, on this channel, I take you guys all around the world. How nice is that? Okay, guys, we are going to start with um Psquare, that is specifically Mr. P or Mr. P of Psquare. Then we are going to move over there where we are going to talk about Justin Bieber, JB. Then we'll come back to talk about Tacha of Big Brother Niger. How nice is that, guys? In fact, the gist is full load. The gist is full load. So always stay tuned to my channel because every popping news you get to hear it. And trust me, you get to hear just the truth and nothing but the truth. So let's go. Now, yesterday, guys, Mr. P, who used to be part of the Psquare duo, though they are not together anymore, shared a post or a video of him when he was still just starting his life. It was back in those days while he was in the university and seriously competing for Mr. University, Mr. Campus, and he competed and did not even win. Like, it was, he felt bad because he felt that he was more qualified for the post than the person that won. So yesterday he decided to throw back because it is very normal that given the position where he is, many upcoming artists are kind of calling him, telling him to repost this, asking for favors and so on. So he was trying to reach out to people to tell them that do not bother, no matter how difficult it is right now, you're going to get there because I also started from where you were. So they started by competing from one competition to another. Then he was competing for just Mr. Campus. Look at where he is today. Look at his mansion. Look at his building. Remember, they started like that. Then in 1997, they were inspired by Michael Jackson, where they started breakdowns. And it was right in 2012 that these guys dropped their first album, and then before they got signed in it was in 2011 that they dropped their first album, and in 2012 they got signed by Akon. So guys, this is very inspirational, honestly, because some of us these days, when we just begin, we want to blow up so fast because we are looking at those artists that have already blown up and we don't know how far they've gone, what they've been through and all that. So he was kind of encouraging youths or whoever that is struggling or hustling to keep on hustling hard because someday they'll get there. This was inspirational, guys. I don't know whether you've seen it yet, but I thought it was just perfect for me to take it and come share it with you guys on this platform. So guys, talking about Justin Bieber, if you grew up in those days that Justin Bieber just started singing, he was still in his teens, you will know that so many ladies were kind of crushing on him because guy was loaded. He was loaded with voice, talent, and physique. The guy was so cute. He still is, but in those days I think he was even cuter, honestly. So he started singing, and as fame came, the bad side of him took up, or maybe bad spirit took over him. I don't want to say he was the one controlling himself, because he started being rude, harsh to people, driving recklessly in town, which was very dangerous for him and for the people as well. And he was doing drugs, cocaine, smoking, and all those bad things that you can think of. So Justin Bieber was doing all those things. He was just bad. Like, he was just bad. That's just the word that could be used to describe him at that moment. And later on he was arrested, and when he was arrested he was later released. And right now JB is married, and he is happily married, and a lot has changed about him. He has discovered Jesus Christ, and everything about him is kind of brand new. Honestly, I don't know, but it is just something that we should notice, that you can still do good music, you can still entertain people, being decent without any form of nudity. And that makes me to think of Simi, right? Nigerian Simi, where she does her music, she sings, her voice is bravo. She does very good videos, but you don't have to strip naked and things like that. Well, some people like it, but Justin Bieber saw that that was not what he wanted to portray. So yesterday, he reminded himself that and other people that the same date as yesterday, 7 years ago, was the day that he was arrested, and this is what he had to say about the arrest. So I'm just going to read it. 7 years ago, I was arrested today. Not my finest hour, not proud of where I was at that time in my life. I was unhappy, confused, misunderstood. Um, and I just want you guys to remember that even though he was unhappy, confused, and all these things that he has said, he still had the money. That's to say that this money that we are chasing is not everything. Our happiness is number one. So he had all the money, he had all the fame in the world, but he was unhappy, he was confused, and all that he was at that time. So I was unhappy, confused, angry, misled, misunderstood, and angry at God. I also wore too much leather for someone in Miami. All this to say, God has brought me a long way. From then till now, I do realize something. My encouragement to you is to let your past be a reminder of how far God has brought you. Don't allow shame to ruin your finest hour today. Let the forgiveness of Jesus take away you, take over you, and watch over you, and make you blossom in your life today. I love you all from the deepest part of my heart. Actually, he didn't say I love you all from the deepest part of my heart, but he said sorry. He said I love you guys so much, or something like that. I don't remember. I'm trying to think, and I don't know where I wrote it down. Yeah. So guys, Justin Bieber has evolved a lot. His music has gotten so much better. His content is so much better. Everything about him is so much better. Decency, his life with his wife, everything about him is just great. So I love stories like this. They tend to encourage us. That is why I said let's talk about Psquare, to encourage us of difficult times, that we should keep on, because someday our sun will shine. To talk about JB as well, because it doesn't matter whether you've manifested the worst part of you, because it takes just 1 second for somebody to change. Change is actually possible. It's the most constant thing in life. It takes just 1 second for somebody to turn around. So if you're in the worst part of your moment, or you're looking at somebody thinking that they're bad, or this is all about them, just keep praying for them, because probably someday soon things are going to turn around. And talking about Tasha too is for the same reason, to encourage us. So let's be encouraged while we move ahead to talk about Tasha. So, guys, moving on to Tasha. Remember that Tasha was disqualified on the 89th of the Pepe Dem edition, and the Pepe Dem edition was actually ending on the 90, and she was disqualified on that day because she fought with a fellow housemate. However, guys, some people thought that that was going to be all about Tasha, but no, that was like the igniting point, or it was like the pulling point where she was going to take a further step ahead. So yesterday, guys, Tasha celebrated 1 million followers on Facebook. Guys, we all know how difficult it is to grow followers on social media. I want to ask you personally, how many social media do you have altogether when you add Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever? How many how many followers do you have? Just to say that it is not easy at all to grow these followers. So guys, when she celebrated 1 million followers yesterday, she was like, she is walking right into 3 million followers. She was so excited. So we celebrate with her. We know it is not easy at all. So Facebook pays. If you guys don't know, Facebook does pay. So the fact that she's at 1 million followers, you can imagine the amount of money that she's making from there. So presently she's at 1.5 million Instagram followers, and hundreds of thousands of Twitter followers, then 1 million on Facebook. That is magnificent. Congratulations to Tasha. So guys, thank you so much for coming back to watch videos on this channel. If you went without subscribing to my channel, I don't know what to say, but to say that when it is God's time, you guys are going to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.
But you know that I was taking you out, you put your hands on. I swear your body's so perfect, baby. How you walk it, baby. I know that you were trying, taking you out. It's something that's been alone. Just to believe it, I'll take it out. But at the end of the night, I've been looking all day. Through my head, around your way. What a dream.